You think you'd spot it right away, but what if you didn't? What if someone was controlling your money, slowly, silently, and calling it love? Financial abuse hides in plain sight, and by the time most people realize it, they're already trapped. So, how do you know if it's happening to you? Stick around, because what you learn in the next few minutes might save your future. Number 1. What is financial abuse, really? Financial abuse is when someone controls your access to money to gain power over you. It's not always loud or obvious. In fact, it's often wrapped in kindness, like a partner saying, "Don't worry, I'll handle all the bills," but never letting you see the bank statements. Or a spouse who makes you feel guilty for spending their money, even if you both earn income. One woman shared how her husband made her quit her job after they got married. He said, "I make enough for both of us." But then he started giving her just $100 a week, while he controlled everything else. That's financial abuse. It's about power, not money. Number 2. Who's at risk? Anyone can be a victim. Men, women, couples of all backgrounds. But here's the truth. It often starts in relationships where one person is already financially dependent on the other. Stay-at-home parents, immigrants without work permits, young adults with no credit history, and sometimes even high-income earners fall into the trap if their partner manages all the accounts. Financial abuse cuts across class, race, gender, and income. If someone has more access, more control, and more say over your money than you do, you're vulnerable. Number 3. The sneaky red flags you shouldn't ignore. Not all financial abuse looks the same. Some signs are subtle, but together, they paint a dangerous picture. Here's what to watch for. You're not allowed to see bank statements. You have to ask permission to spend money, even small amounts. Your partner opens credit cards in your name without telling you. You're discouraged from working or earning your own income. They joke about how bad you are with money, so they handle it all. You don't even know how much money you have. As a couple, example, Emily had a college degree and worked full-time, but her husband insisted on managing the money. One day, she discovered he had maxed out credit cards under her name. When she confronted him, he blamed her for not keeping track. That's not a mistake. That's manipulation. Number 4. Why victims don't just leave. You might be thinking, why don't they walk away? But that's the trap. Financial abuse is often tied to emotional or physical abuse. And without money, leaving becomes nearly impossible. Imagine trying to escape with no access to cash, no car in your name, no job, and 2 kids to feed. Now imagine your partner controls the only phone line, has hidden your ID, and told your family you are the problem. Victims stay because survival feels safer than escape. That's not weakness. That's survival. Number 5. The real cost of financial abuse. It's not just about stolen dollars. It's stolen opportunities, stolen freedom, stolen self-worth. Over time, the victim loses confidence, loses skills, loses their sense of control, and when they finally break free, they're often left with destroyed credit, no savings, and a long road to rebuild. According to the National Network to End Domestic Violence, financial abuse occurs in nearly 99% of domestic violence cases. Let that sink in. It's not rare. It's almost always there. Number 6. The early warnings most people miss. It usually starts small, a casual comment like, "You spend too much," then a suggestion, "Let me handle the money stuff," then a rule, "You don't need to buy that without asking me." Step by step, the financial leash tightens. By the time someone realizes it, they may not even remember what financial independence feels like. Think of it like boiling a frog. Turn up the heat slowly, and it doesn't jump out until it's too late. Number 7. The difference between healthy control and abuse. Some people say, "But we agreed I'd handle the money." That's fine, if it's truly mutual. In a healthy relationship, managing money might be divided, but transparency exists. You both have access. You both can ask questions. You both get a say. Abuse begins when one person says, "No, you don't need to know that." If financial decisions are made in secrecy or used as punishment, that's not partnership. That's control. Number 8. What financial abuse sounds like. Words can reveal a lot. Here are some examples of what an abuser might say. "If you loved me, you wouldn't question me about money. You're too irresponsible to handle this. Why would you need your own bank account? You'd be nothing without me. Those aren't just hurtful words. They're tools of control. Number 9. How to take back financial power. If you suspect you're in a financially abusive situation, don't panic. You can take steps quietly and safely. Step 1. Start learning, understand your joint finances without alerting your partner if it's unsafe. Step 2. Open a separate bank account, even if you can only put in $5 at a time. Step 3. Gather important documents, IDs, social security cards, financial records. Step 4. Reach out for support. Local shelters, financial counselors, or even a trusted friend can help you make a plan. Example: one woman started stashing away $5 from grocery money. Over 6 months, she saved enough for a prepaid phone and bus ticket to her sister's home. Small steps can lead to massive change. Number 10. If you're a bystander, what you can do. Maybe it's not happening to you, but you see signs in a friend or family member. What should you do? Don't accuse. That can push them away. Instead, ask open-ended questions. Are you okay with how your money is handled? Do you ever feel like you don't have financial freedom? Let them know you're a safe person to talk to, without pressure or judgment. And if they need help, connect them to resources. Sometimes, just knowing someone believes them makes all the difference. Number 11. Rebuilding after financial abuse. Healing is possible. It won't happen overnight, but with support and strategy, people can rebuild. Start by creating a budget, checking your credit report, opening secured credit cards to rebuild credit, meeting with a financial counselor. There are also nonprofit programs that help survivors learn money management, job skills, and long-term planning. One survivor said, "After years of being told I was bad with money, I realized I was never the problem." That shift in mindset, that's where healing begins. Number 12. Your financial freedom checklist. Want to know if you're financially free in your relationship? Ask yourself these. Can I access all our financial accounts? Do I know how much we earn, owe, and spend? Can I spend small amounts without asking permission? Do I have money of my own? Even a little? Could I leave tomorrow and survive financially if I had to? If you answered no to any of these, take notice. That doesn't automatically mean abuse, but it might mean you're not as secure as you think, and that's worth exploring. Number 13. Financial abuse isn't just in romantic relationships. Most people assume financial abuse only happens in marriages or dating situations, but it can also show up between parents and adult children, or between siblings, or even with roommates or caregivers. For example, a grandmother lets her adult son move in temporarily. He convinces her to hand over her debit card so he can do the grocery shopping. Then he starts making large ATM withdrawals. When she asks about it, he says, "Don't worry, I'm handling everything." That's financial abuse. Anyone with power over someone's money and no accountability can become abusive. Number 14. Digital control is the new frontline. These days, abusers don't need to take your wallet. They just need your phone, apps, banking logins, online passwords. They give full access to your financial life. Some partners insist on knowing all your PINs and account info. Then they monitor your transactions. Or worse, they use two-factor authentication to block you from accessing your own money. Example: one woman had her Venmo and email accounts locked out by her partner. He changed the passwords, reset her phone, and rerouted everything to his device. He had digital control, and that gave him financial power. If someone has more access to your online money than you do, that's a red flag. Number 15. Gaslighting around money. Gaslighting is when someone makes you doubt your reality. In financial abuse, that sounds like, "You're just bad with money. I told you we paid that bill. You must have forgotten. You're too emotional to deal with finances." It leaves the victim confused, anxious, and dependent. They begin to believe they're too irresponsible to manage money. That belief keeps them trapped. If you constantly feel like you're the problem in money conversations, when you're never given actual control, you might be experiencing financial gaslighting. Number 16. Love bombing with money. This one is tricky. Some abusers shower their partners with gifts, pay for everything, and say, "You don't need to work. I've got you." It feels like love, but then the price tag appears. They expect control. They expect obedience. And if you try to assert independence, they say, after everything I've done for you. Generosity should never come with invisible chains. If someone's financial help makes you feel indebted or controlled, it's not generosity. It's manipulation. Number 17. The impact on children. Kids who grow up in households with financial abuse often carry deep emotional scars. They might see one parent controlled, belittled, or denied basic needs. They may feel unstable, not knowing if bills will be paid or if mom can afford groceries. As adults, they may fear managing money or repeat the same patterns in relationships. 1. Man shared how his dad made his mom beg for gas money every week. In front of the kids, he said, "I swore I'd never let someone control me like that. But now I realize I do the same thing to my girlfriend." Breaking the cycle starts with awareness. Number 18. Financial abuse and credit damage. An abuser may take out loans in your name, run up your credit card, miss payments that you never knew existed. By the time you break free, your credit score is destroyed. That makes it harder to rent a home, get a job, or rebuild your life. One woman had $12,000 in debt under her name, all from a loan her partner took out using her social security number. She never saw a dime, but the collections calls were hers to deal with. If you suspect this, pull your credit report from all three bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. You're allowed one free report per year. Look for anything you didn't open. Number 19. Emergency exit strategies. If you're in a financially abusive situation and it's unsafe to leave right away, plan quietly. Keep a small bag hidden, with essentials like ID, birth certificates, and some cash. Open a new email address at a public library or friend's house. Use that to sign up for financial help resources. Memorize phone numbers of people you trust. If safe, connect with local shelters or domestic violence hotlines. Many offer financial counseling. It's not about running away, it's about preparing for freedom. Number 20. It's not your fault. If you're in this situation or were in the past, hear this loud and clear. It is not your fault. Abusers are often charming, persuasive, and calculated. They create confusion and dependence. You're not weak for falling into the trap. You're strong for recognizing it. And you are even stronger for deciding to do something about it. You made it to the end, but the real question is, are you truly in control of your money, or is someone else holding the strings? Have you or someone you know ever experienced financial control that crossed the line? Let's talk about it in the comments. Your story could help someone else break free.